Is ship life worth it in 2026? Because so much has changed over the last few years. Cost of living is insane, salaries feel stretched, Wi-Fi is everywhere now, and people are more aware of mental health than ever. So let's break down if working on a cruise ship in 2026 could actually pay off. Firstly, let's talk about money, because whether working on a cruise ship is worth it in 2026 largely comes down to what you're earning. Pre-COVID, a lot of crew members could finish a contract with a solid amount of money saved. Not millionaire money, but enough to feel like they were ahead. But the world of 2026 is very different because bills have gone up, groceries have gone up, everything has gone up in price. So instead of asking how much do I make, in 2026, I feel like the better question is how much of that am I keeping? Now, I've spoke before about the vast array of jobs on board. Yeah, there are jobs on board cruise ships where you earn $1,000 a month, but there are also jobs on board where you can earn $20,000 a month. But let's just focus on the lower end for this video, right? $1,000 to $3,000 a month. That's what you're earning. So even though if you work on land, you could earn more than that, your expenses often rise to match. Whereas on ships, your expenses are capped, and I feel like that matters more than ever now. So on board ships, there are salary-based roles and there are commission-based roles. Salary-based roles are obviously going to be more stable, more predictable, easier to plan around. But with your commission-based roles, yeah, they are a little bit more riskier, they are harder to plan around, but there's a higher ceiling and strong performers can do exceptionally well. And in an inflation-heavy world, I feel like commission-based roles, take the cake here because guest spending doesn't actually slow down proportionally. Holiday mindset still exists. People still go on board and spend what they set out to spend. But obviously base salaries have not increased with inflation. And that's the same on land and the same on cruise ships. So in 2026, cruise ships is still one of the few jobs where you can dramatically reduce your expenses. But whether that translates to meaningful savings completely depends on you, your role, your spending habits, how much you're earning, if you have bills at home that you still need to pay. Me and my friend Hannah talk about this all the time because when she worked on ships, she worked in the art gallery and she was earning crazy money, but she was also young and dumb. So, as fast as that money was coming in, she was spending it. And she always says now, she's like, I just wish I could go back with the financial knowledge that she has now that she's in her late 20s. But my point is, if you are going to use cruise ships to aggressively save or invest and keep your overhead low, it can be incredibly effective.
You could live on a cruise ship full-time between $30,000 to $50,000 a year. No worries about rent, homeowners insurance, property taxes, utilities. You live on a ship, and a lot of it is included. You'll get free food, free drinks, you get to travel the world. No worries whatsoever. No fixing leaky roofs, plumbing problems, foundation issues, gardeners. The list goes on. You just live on a cruise ship, travel.
In 2026, there are more ways than ever to make money online. I mean, if you are not being bombarded on Instagram and TikTok of like, make this much money a day, fucking drop shipping and Amazon selling and making content and all of this shit.
AI just built me an Instagram page that makes me $300 a day.
I think if you are someone who could go live for 2 hours every morning, you will make $1 million a month.
Remote work exists. Digital nomads exist. Influencers exist. So cruise ships are not the only path anymore to earn money and travel the world. But what I will say is cruise ships offer something that those options don't, which is structure. You're not hunting for freelance clients, worrying about unstable income, because yes, I know if you're in a commission-based job, your income is going to fluctuate, but if you're working on a cruise ship, you're not paying any bills. So it doesn't matter as much if your income fluctuates. Whereas if you're living on land and you're doing some digital nomad job, which again, if you're doing that, great, amazing. But yeah, there is some concern with how much you're going to make that month because you have rent to pay or a car to pay, or, you're not constantly having to sell yourself or make a brand. And also if you are on the digital nomad journey, it can be, not always, but it can be quite a lonely experience. Whereas, when you work on cruise ships, you have a contract, a salary, a cabin, a team, a routine. You travel, but you're supported. And it's a very different experience than backpacking with a laptop. And I don't think one is better than the other. I think it just depends on what kind of person you are. I am someone who thrived with structure. So for me, cruise ships was, I mean, I did it for 10 years. You guys know I loved every second of it. But I think as much as like being a digital nomad and being an entrepreneur and stuff is being shoved down our throats at the moment in 2026, that is not for everyone. And that's also completely fine that not everyone wants to do those things. A lot of us want the structure and the routine and the support and the, you know, we don't want to have to deal with the chaos that comes with those things. And if that does sound more like you, then cruise ships is a really good way to, travel, see the world, have some incredible experiences, but you've also got that structure, that safety net. You're not going out completely on your own. And I think that's something really valuable that cruise ships offer. Living a luxury lifestyle without being rich. In a time where almost no one feels financially comfortable, cruise ships allow you to live a lifestyle that feels wealthy. Not because you're necessarily rich, but because you wake up in a new country every day. You're living on a luxury cruise ship. You're exploring places that people save years to visit. You have access to views that people pay thousands for. You also have access to some facilities that people pay thousands for. For example, one of my ships that I worked on, P&O Oceana, when I worked for Harding Brothers in the shops on board, that was a very port-heavy itinerary that we were doing. So in a 1 week cruise, we would have 2 sea days and 5 ports, which meant that twice a week on the sea days, I was doing a 12-hour shift, but the other days I was working 5 hours a day in the evening. The days were my own. So I was getting off in Malta, the next day I was getting off in Split in Croatia, the next day getting off in Mykonos. Every day I was getting off and exploring these incredible ports. And because I didn't have to pay for bills while I was on board, and I also wasn't saving my money at that time, I was getting off in Mykonos and going out to lunch and buying myself a dress and just having a lovely time, going to the beach, sunbathing. I was living a life that most people can only live who are earning an obscene amount of money. And even if they're earning an obscene amount of money, the reason they're probably earning that much money is because they're working every hour God sends. So the fact that I was living that every single day is something that most people never get the opportunity to do. So it's important that you know that not every single job on board a cruise ship is going to require you to work every single day, 12 hours a day. Because I didn't. Also, I was going to places I would never even think to visit. Like, Alaska was never on my radar, but it's one of my favourite places. Murray, Vanuatu, Split in Croatia. Like, I've been to places. I'm so thankful for cruise ships because it has taken me to places that genuinely I didn't even know existed. They're some of the most beautiful places I've ever been. Adventures in a screen-obsessed world. In 2026, I feel like most of us spend our time on our phones watching other people live their lives. Whether that's through YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, we're constantly just watching other people do stuff with their lives while we're sat in our bed on our phone, not doing anything with our lives, right? We scroll, we binge Netflix, we follow travel influencers, we're stationary. And working on cruise ships forces you into movement. You are no longer watching other people live their lives, you are living your life. You're surrounded by people, you're in motion. And honestly, I feel like that's what some people need because they are spending their precious, precious, precious time watching other people do things, wishing they could do what those people are doing, but not actually taking any action because change is scary, right? Which takes me back to why working on a cruise ship and having that structure is so important because some of us are incapable of making decisions, difficult decisions, right? And to live an adventurous life can sometimes require difficult decision after difficult decision after difficult decision. I feel like working on cruise ships, you have to make one difficult decision, which is, I'm going to get a job on a cruise ship. And then once you're on board, everything else just kind of happens. Like you go out and port, like you end up living this vibrant life without having to think about it. I don't think I'm explaining this very well, but I do think if you're watching this and you're like, that sounds like me, I am someone who is chronically online, wishing I was living my life, but not actually living my life, then cruise ships is going to be worth it. It's so easy to think like, oh, well, I'll just move to Australia, or I'll just move to Thailand, or I'll just go backpacking, whatever. A lot of us can't do that. A lot of us do have bills to pay and financial responsibilities, and we need to have some kind of guaranteed income, right? So working on cruise ships will allow you to travel and party and have the most amazing experiences, but you also have money coming in every month. So it's something to consider. And this is going off from the last point really, but it does force you to grow from a personal development angle. You have to improve your social skills. You have to learn to manage exhaustion. You have to learn to manage your emotions, figure out the hierarchy, adapt quickly. Sometimes you're going to have to navigate conflict, not like fights, but just, you're going to have to learn to have uncomfortable conversations. And these are really important skills to have. And you become independent. And especially if you're like early 20s, there's no better way to do it. I don't think. In 2026, when most people are stuck or stagnant, working on a cruise ship just accelerates growth. So, is it worth it in 2026? If you're expecting easy money and short hours, maybe not. But if you are craving adventure with some structure, growth, global exposure, momentum, and feeling like you are living, then yeah, absolutely. In a world where most people are watching life happen through a screen, you could go on cruise ships and actually live your life. But you'll have to let me know what you think of that and if you agree. And if you have worked on cruise ships, if you think it's still worth it, would you still do it now? But anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have, please press the like button and subscribe. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic week ahead. And as always, I will see you in the next video.